growing up, I was like in a bunch of choirs. I was in classical choirs and stuff, and then also in jazz choir in high school. And so that's where all my influence started, really. Just like a lot of music theory. I took music theory classes, and I just loved just everything about music. And so, yeah, that's where the musicality, as far as, you know, the cool chord progressions and all the sevenths put into the chords and the jazzy stuff definitely comes from just like kind of my theory knowledge, I'd say. And then aside from that, like I've always loved just hip hop, like even like trap music. I love that. I love like the storytellers, you know, J. Cole, Eminem, those kind of guys. But I also just love just like hard trap stuff. So I love like Lil Baby, Gunna, those guys. And then at the same time, I love pop music too. So like guys like Charlie Puth, guys like Lauv, guys like Bozzy, Jeremy Zucker. And so I just try and fuse all of it, because I think a big part of what I try and push is like, just, you don't have to fit into a box. Even in high school, I played 3 sports and did 2 choirs. So it was like I was on both sides of the coin. And then in college, I did sports and music too. So I've never wanted to fit into a box. And so I kind of try and just figure out how I can apply all those elements. So in a song, maybe I'll sing on the hook and like layer 4 harmonies in there. And that's like my choir background. And then I'll have a verse where I just rap, and then I'll put like guitars and jazzy chords, and I just kind of try and fuse it all. Because it just goes back to, you know, doing your own thing. And so, yeah, it's been, I think another reason I like the tape that I made is because I think it's like the closest I've gotten to like really finding my sound. I think it's been definitely working with people that know me and really know the sound that I want to go for. Like, I think that in 2019, when I started putting out songs, it was just like pop music. There were solid songs, but definitely not unique and not like catering completely to my strengths. So after that, I think I've zeroed in on a few people that I work with, and then I've started to play a big hand in a lot of production as well. And it's just knowing what you want. So yeah, I used to work with like all kinds of producers all the time, and now there's a few that I really work with and that really know exactly what I want to do, and they know all the reference tracks that I have and everything. And so yeah, I think it's finding people that like share that vision with you, and understand where you want to move. And so yeah, I've been lucky to meet some super talented producers, and yeah, I've just been really diving into production myself, because I want to eventually really be able to do everything. But there's just so much to learn with production. So I definitely still need a little bit of help. But yeah, my dream is to be like like Russ, just everything, make it in my room, send it off, and that's it. But yeah, it's been cool to kind of like, I have my few people that I write with, few people that produce for me, and that's kind of where I'm at. There's definitely some moments. I think one, it actually wasn't in a studio. It was on like a songwriting retreat that I went on. I think it was in January, and we just like write a song every few hours and then perform it for the group. And I just wrote this rap, and I did it, and like I was nervous about it and stuff, but people like really loved it. And like I had never thought of like my raps as something that like as special as what I think of it as now. Like I really think it's a strength of mine, and like people just like really loved it, and it was very me. It was like I wasn't trying to be like any rapper or anything. And so for people to resonate with something, it's like just for people to resonate with something that was like, it was just me being myself, having fun, playing around, and they loved it. And so I think that definitely helped my confidence like in that space. The Travie thing was also definitely a moment, because that was like earlier in 2019. And I think it was just cool. Like because we were in the studio together, like he came and did it with me, and like we'd go back and forth, go in there, and like, I like, he's amazing and he's incredible. But like, just to be in there with him and working with him and not feel like I was just like not worthy of whatever, or like not even at the same level or whatever. Like I felt like we were really collaborating, really like working off of each other. And so that was like, all right, like I can really do this. But that was definitely a moment. I'm trying to think. I think also the first song I put out, it was called Villain. And I do remember like when we wrote it, like it was like the first song that I wrote that I really, really liked and really felt represented me. And I just remember like running it back in the studio with my friend Katie and my friend Will the first time. And it was definitely a moment. I was like, all right, I really found like what I want to do. And so, yeah, there's definitely been a bunch of studio moments, but yeah, those are a few.